Question 1. What does this road sign indicate to drivers? A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. Stop completely before line. C. Speed limit 20 km per hour. D. No entry. Answers is B. Stop completely before line. The stop sign requires drivers to come to a complete stop before the stop line, crosswalk, or edge of the intersection, and only proceed when safe. Question 2. When approaching this sign, what action should you take? A. Stop and wait for green light. B. Slow down and yield to others. C. Increase speed. D. Prepare to merge left. Answers is B. Slow down and yield to others. This is a yield sign. Drivers must slow down, be prepared to stop, and yield to pedestrians and vehicles in the intersection or on the roadway you are entering. Question 3. What does this road sign warn drivers about ahead? A. School bus stop. B. Playground area. C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. D. No pedestrians allowed. Answers is C. Pedestrian crossing ahead. This sign indicates that there is a marked pedestrian crossing ahead. Drivers should be prepared to slow down and stop for pedestrians. Question 4. What is the meaning of this sign? A. No parking on weekends. B. No stopping at any time. C. Parking for emergency vehicles. D. Load and unload quickly. Answers is B. No stopping at any time. The no stopping sign means you cannot stop your vehicle in the area where the sign is posted for any reason, except to avoid an accident. Question 5. What does this sign mean for cyclists and drivers? A. No bicycles allowed. B. Cyclists entering or crossing. C. Bicycle parking zone. D. End of bike lane. Answers is B. Cyclists entering or crossing. This warning sign alerts drivers to an area where cyclists may be entering or crossing the roadway. Drivers should be extra vigilant for bicycles. Question 6. What is the proper procedure for making a right turn on a red light in Canada where permitted? A. Turn right immediately if no traffic. B. Stop, then turn if safe. C. Honk and proceed with caution. D. Only allowed after 10 p.m. Answers is B. Stop, then turn if safe. When making a right turn on a red light where permitted, you must first come to a complete stop, yield to pedestrians and traffic, and then proceed only when it is safe to do so. Question 7. What should you do if your vehicle starts to hydroplane? A. Brake hard and steer sharply. B. Ease off accelerator, steer straight. C. Accelerate to gain traction. D. Put vehicle in neutral. Answers is B. Ease off accelerator, steer straight. If your vehicle hydroplanes, ease off the accelerator and keep your steering wheel pointed straight. Do not brake or make sudden turns, as this can cause loss of control. Question 8. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. Paved road ends. B. New speed limit ahead. C. Uneven road surface ahead. D. Road is closed for repairs. Answers is C. Uneven road surface ahead. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead has an uneven surface. You should slow down to maintain control of your vehicle and avoid damage. Question 9. What does this mandatory sign require drivers to do? A. No U-turns allowed. B. Proceed to a roundabout. C. Merge traffic from the right. D. Sharp curve ahead. Answers is B. Proceed to a roundabout. This sign indicates that you are approaching a roundabout. Drivers must yield to traffic already in the roundabout and enter when it is safe. Question 10. What does this sign mean for parking? A. Parking only after 6 p.m. B. No parking allowed. C. Parking for residents only. D. Short-term parking. Answers is B. No parking allowed. The no parking sign means you may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, but you cannot leave your vehicle unattended. Question 11. You see this sign. What is its meaning? A. Yield to oncoming traffic. B. One-way street ahead. C. Do not enter this road. D. Road ends ahead. Answers is C. Do not enter this road. This do not enter sign indicates that vehicles are prohibited from entering a particular road or ramp, often because it is a one-way street going the opposite direction. Question 12. What does this sign warn you about regarding the road surface? A. Road construction ahead. B. Slippery road ahead. C. Loose gravel on road. D. Road subject to flooding. Answers is B. Slippery road ahead. This sign warns drivers that the road surface may be slippery, especially when wet or icy. You should reduce your speed and drive with extra caution. Question 13. What is the safest way to change lanes? A. Signal, check mirror, change. B. Signal, check mirrors, shoulder. C. Speed up and quickly merge. D. Signal, wait for others to slow. Answers is B. Signal, check mirrors, shoulder. The safest way to change lanes is to first signal your intention, check your and side mirrors, then do a shoulder check to ensure no vehicle is in your blind spot, and finally, change lanes smoothly when safe. Question 14. When are you permitted to pass a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Only if on the opposite side. B. Never from either direction. C. If there is a median dividing. D. When children are inside. Answers is B. Never from either direction. In Canada, you must stop when approaching a school bus with its red lights flashing, regardless of the direction of travel, unless there is a physical median strip separating the roadways. Question 15. What does this road sign indicate? A. Steep hill ahead. B. Falling rocks warning. C. Roadwork zone. D. Uneven road surface. Answers is B. Falling rocks warning. This sign warns drivers of falling rocks or rock slides in the area. Drivers should be aware of debris on the road and potential hazards from the embankment. Question 16. What action is mandatory at this sign? A. Turn right only. B. Proceed straight ahead. C. Prepare to stop. D. No left turns allowed. Answers is B. Proceed straight ahead. This proceed straight sign is a mandatory instruction, meaning traffic is only permitted to go straight in the direction by the arrow. Question 17. What does this sign mean for trucks? A. Trucks must take next exit. B. Truck parking zone. C. No overtaking for goods vehicles. D. Trucks yield to all traffic. Answers is C. No overtaking for goods vehicles. This sign specifically prohibits goods vehicles trucks from overtaking other vehicles. Other vehicle types may still be permitted to overtake if not restricted by other signs. Question 18. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Divided highway begins. B. Road narrows on both sides. C. Lane ends ahead. D. Merge traffic from right. Answers is B. Road narrows on both sides. This warning sign indicates that the road ahead will narrow from both the left and right sides. Drivers should prepare to adjust their position and be cautious. Question 19. What does this sign inform you about? A. No passing zone. B. One-way road ahead. C. Yield to pedestrians. D. Road closed for construction. Answers is B. One-way road ahead. This sign indicates that the road you are entering or currently on is a one-way road, meaning all traffic moves in the same direction. Question 20. When must you signal before turning or changing lanes? A. Only at busy intersections. B. Before any turn or lane change. C. When other vehicles are nearby. D. When you think it is necessary. Answers is B. Before any turn or lane change. You must always signal your intentions before turning or changing lanes. This alerts other drivers and pedestrians to your planned actions, promoting safety on the road. Question 21. What is the primary purpose of defensive driving? A. To always drive slowly. B. To avoid collisions. C. To assert your. D. To teach other drivers lessons. Answers is B. To avoid collisions. Defensive driving is about anticipating hazards, recognizing potential dangers, and taking action to avoid collisions, regardless of what other drivers do or road conditions. Question 22. What does this sign mean for vehicles? A. Only motorcycles allowed. B. No entry for motor vehicles. C. Parking for motor vehicles. D. Motor vehicles only. Answers is B. No entry for motor vehicles. This sign prohibits the entry of all motor vehicles. It is commonly used to restrict vehicle access to certain areas or roads. Question 23. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. Road ends ahead. B. Steep ascent ahead. C. Steep descent ahead. D. Road closed for winter. Answers is C. Steep descent ahead. This sign warns drivers of a steep descent ahead. Drivers should select a lower gear and use caution to control their speed and prevent brake fade. Question 24. What does this sign tell you about the lane? A. Go straight only. B. Turn right only. C. No right turn. D. Merge right. Answers is B. Turn right only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles in the lane marked by this sign must turn right and are not permitted to go straight or turn left. Question 25. What does this sign warn about? A. Accident seen ahead. B. Road work ahead. C. In road. D. Slippery road. Answers is B. Road work ahead. This sign warns drivers that there are road works ahead. You should reduce your speed, be prepared for lane changes, and watch for workers and equipment. Question 26. What does this sign indicate about the road? A. Left curve ahead. B. Right curve ahead. C. Winding road. D. Dead end road. Answers is B. Right curve ahead. This sign warns drivers of a dangerous curve to the right ahead. You should slow down before entering the curve to maintain control of your vehicle. Question 27. What is the minimum safe following distance in ideal conditions? A. 1 car length. B. Rule. C. 3 car lengths. D. 1 second rule. Answers is B. Rule. The rule is a guideline for safe following distance. You should maintain at least a gap between your vehicle and the one in front of you. Increase this distance in poor conditions. Question 28. When encountering a flashing red traffic light, what should you do? A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop, then proceed when safe. C. Treat it as a green light. D. Speed up to clear intersection. Answers is B. Stop, then proceed when safe. A flashing red traffic light means you must stop completely before the intersection, just like a stop sign. After stopping, you may proceed only when it is safe and clear to do so. Question 29. What does this sign prohibit? A. No turning. B. Yield to all traffic. C. No overtaking passing. D. Speed limit 25 km per hour. Answers is C. No overtaking passing. This sign indicates a no overtaking zone, meaning you are prohibited from passing other vehicles in this area, usually due to safety concerns like limited visibility. Question 30. What is the meaning of this priority sign? A. End of priority road. B. Priority road ahead. C. Yield to oncoming traffic. D. Stop sign ahead. Answers is B. Priority road ahead. This sign indicates that you are on a priority road, meaning you have the over traffic entering from side roads unless otherwise. Question 31. What does this sign advise you to do? A. Maximum speed limit. B. Recommended speed. C. Minimum speed limit. D. Speed camera ahead. Answers is B. Recommended speed. This sign shows a recommended speed for the upcoming section of road. It is not a mandatory limit, but suggests a safe and comfortable speed for conditions. Question 32. What does this sign mean for traffic? A. One-way traffic. B. No entry for all vehicles. C. Emergency vehicles only. D. Yield to oncoming traffic. Answers is B. No entry for all vehicles. This no entry for all vehicles sign indicates that no vehicles are allowed to enter the roadway or area beyond the sign. It is a complete prohibition of movement. Question 33. What does this sign warn about ahead? A. Farm animals crossing. B. Wild animals crossing. C. Domestic pets crossing. D. Zoo entrance. Answers is B. Wild animals crossing. This warning sign indicates areas where wild animals, such as deer or moose, may cross the road. Drivers should be vigilant, especially at dawn and dusk. Question 34. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with lights and sirens? A. Continue driving normally. B. Pull over to the right and stop. C. Speed up to get out of its way. D. Slow down and turn on hazard lights. Answers is B. Pull over to the right and stop. When an emergency vehicle with flashing lights sirens approaches, you must immediately pull over to the side of the road and stop, safely clearing the way for them. Question 35. When are headlights typically used? A. In heavy fog or rain. B. On unlit roads at night. C. When following another vehicle. D. In city driving conditions. Answers is B, on unlit roads at night. Headlights should be used on unlit roads at night when there is no oncoming traffic and you are not following another vehicle, to provide maximum visibility. Question 36. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Divided highway crossing. B. Railway crossing. C. Airport ahead. D. Tram line ahead. Answers is B. Railway crossing. This sign warns drivers of an upcoming railway crossing with a single set of tracks. Always be prepared to stop for trains. Question 37. What does this sign mean for vehicle movement? A. U-turn required. B. No U-turn allowed. C. U-turn permitted at signal. D. Detour ahead. Answers is B. No U-turn allowed. This sign indicates that U-turns are prohibited at this location. Drivers must find an alternative way to change direction if needed. Question 38. What does this mandatory sign require? A. Pass obstacle on the left. B. Pass obstacle on the right. C. No passing allowed. D. Road ends ahead. Answers is B. Pass obstacle on the right. This sign instructs drivers to pass the obstacle like a traffic island or median on the right side of the road. Question 39. What does this sign warn about? A. Strong headwind. B. Tunnel ahead. C. Strong side wind. D. Rough road. Answers is C. Strong side wind. This sign warns drivers of strong crosswinds, which can affect vehicle stability, especially for larger vehicles or those towing trailers. Drive with caution. Question 40. What does this sign indicate about parking regulations? A. No parking on even days. B. No parking on days. C. Parking restricted on weekends. D. Parking for residents only. Answers is B. No parking on days. This sign means that parking is prohibited on the side of the street where the sign is, specifically on calendar days. This often alternates with even days. Question 41. What is the correct procedure for reacting to a flashing yellow traffic light? A. Stop completely and wait. B. Proceed with caution, yield. C. Speed up to clear junction. D. Only turn right on yellow. Answers is B. Proceed with caution, yield. A flashing yellow light means you should slow down, proceed with caution through the intersection, and be prepared to stop if necessary. You must yield to any pedestrians or vehicles. Question 42. What should you do if your gas pedal gets stuck? A. Turn off the engine immediately. B. Shift to neutral, apply brakes. C. Pump the pedal rapidly. D. Steer into oncoming traffic. Answers is B. Shift to neutral, apply brakes. If your gas pedal sticks, remain calm, shift your vehicle into neutral, and apply the brakes firmly to slow down. Once stopped, you can turn off the engine and seek assistance. Question 43. What is the purpose of rumble strips on a roadway? A. To provide extra grip for tires. B. To alert drivers to hazards. C. To define lane. D. To slow down speeding vehicles. Answers is B. To alert drivers to hazards. Rumble strips are textured pavement markings designed to alert inattentive drivers, through vibration and sound, to potential hazards like approaching intersections, lane departures, or stop signs. Question 44. When driving in fog, what type of headlights should you use? A. High beams for maximum visibility. B. Low beams or fog lights. C. No lights to avoid glare. D. Only parking lights. Answers is B. Low beams or fog lights. In foggy conditions, use your headlights or specific fog lights. High beams reflect off the fog droplets, reducing visibility further rather than improving it. Question 45. How often should you check your mirrors while driving? A. Only when changing lanes. B. Frequently as part of visual scan. C. Every minute. D. Only before stopping. Answers is B. Frequently as part of visual scan. To be a safe and defensive driver, you should constantly scan your surroundings, which includes checking your mirrors every seconds as part of your regular visual scanning routine. Question 46. What does a solid white line on the road signify? A. Passing is permitted with caution. B. Lane changes are discouraged. C. Merge into traffic. D. Emergency stopping lane. Answers is B. Lane changes are discouraged. A solid white line indicates that lane changes are discouraged or not permitted, typically used to separate lanes of traffic traveling in the same direction or to mark the edge of the roadway. Question 47. What should you do if your vehicle breaks down on a highway? A. Leave the vehicle immediately. B. Move to shoulder, turn on hazards. C. Attempt to fix it on the lane. D. Call a friend to pick you up. Answers is B. Move to shoulder, turn on hazards. If your vehicle breaks down on a highway, safely pull over to the right shoulder, turn on your hazard lights, and if possible, place warning triangles behind your vehicle to alert other drivers. Question 48. When is it illegal to use a handheld communication device while driving? A. Only in school zones. B. At all times while driving. C. When stopped at a red light. D. If you have a hands-free device. Answers is B. At all times while driving. In most Canadian provinces, using a handheld communication device like a cell phone for talking or texting is illegal at all times while operating a vehicle, even when stopped in traffic. Question 49. What is the safest way to deal with an aggressive driver? A. Honk back and maintain speed. B. Avoid eye contact, let them pass. C. Challenge them to a race. D. Follow them closely. Answers is B. Avoid eye contact, let them pass. The safest approach is to remain calm, avoid eye contact, and give the aggressive driver space. Let them pass, or if necessary, pull over safely to let them get ahead of you. Do not escalate the situation. Question 50. What should you do before backing up your vehicle? A. Honk your horn once. B. Check all around your vehicle. C. Rely only on your mirrors. D. Assume the path is clear. Answers is B. Check all around your vehicle. Before backing up, you should always check all around your vehicle, including looking over your shoulders to ensure there are no pedestrians, children, or obstacles in your path. Use mirrors and cameras as aids.